You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodgers for Black and White Sports. Well, here we go with the denials from the NFL. Okay, during the highly revealing Pat McAfee interview yesterday on the Pat McAfee Show, Aaron Rodgers dropped a hell of a lot of bombs, okay, because he has tested positive for the Wuhan virus, and he's entered unvaccinated protocol, which the sports media's world, their heads absolutely exploded. Well, wait a minute. He said he was immunized, and all of a sudden, we've got all these. I mean, Mike Florio on PFT PM yesterday, him and Miles Simmons, their heads blew off. Okay, they exploded, and I mean, Miles Simmons was furious that he quoted MLK. It turned into a mess. It was a shit show. I'm pretty sure this morning Florio's fingers are bleeding from the amount of articles he's written on this, because I think he's wrote 7 or 8 over at PFT. And, of course, Florio is a well-known Corona bro. He when it's come to the pandemic, he has lost his ever-loving mind. So, we've got Aaron Rodgers saying that he had talked to the league, and that the league doctors at the time when they were discussing the vaccine told him that if he was to get it, he couldn't catch or spread the virus. Now, we know that's not accurate. We know that's not true. And now the league and Roger Goodell are in backpedal mode, trying to claim that Rodgers never talked to anybody. Now, on a side note to all this, Aaron Rodgers brought up something that I don't think gets brought up nearly enough. You know, Trump was the one that had this Operation Warp Speed. Trump got the vaccines done, okay, and got it out there. He doesn't get any credit for it. But during the whole election process, and this is why you realize so much of what Biden and Kamala have done at this point is just bullshit. Okay, and people don't know what to believe from them at all, and I'll tell you why. During the campaign, they're actually on video out there talking about the fact that, because Trump was the one involved with getting this done, they didn't trust it. Well, Aaron Rodgers brought that up, and bravo to him, because he said nobody has exactly explained the flip-flop from we wouldn't take this because Trump was involved to all of a sudden, not only do we want you to take it, we're pushing it on everybody, including mandates. I mean, that's a big deal. That's something that doesn't get talked about nearly enough, is the flip-flop there because of pure partisan bullshit. Let's be honest, okay? All of a sudden, we're in office, and we're going to try to look like we're brave and stunning by pushing this out on everybody, and everybody forgets the fact that they themselves, the very same vaccine they said they wouldn't trust. Aaron Rodgers brought that up. So I got to give him credit for that. He said he would love an explanation for that. I think we all would, Aaron. I get you. NFL denies, this is from Outkick, NFL denies Aaron Rodgers' claim of conversation with league doctors about the jab. And I'm not going to rehash everything that happened yesterday. A lot of you guys have already went over and watched the video. Now, Rodgers said during the process of his exemption and its appeals, he had many conversations with the league. Quote, but one in particular stood out when I knew I was not going to win this. I had a meeting and one of the main docs said, quote, it's impossible for a vaccinated person to get COVID or spread COVID. And at that point, I knew I definitely was not going to win the appeal, and it was very shortly thereafter denied. And we now know that information is totally false that was given to me. But now we've got the blue check marks coming out trying to cover the NFL's asses, whoever in the hell Lindsey Jones is, I don't know, but she's got a blue check mark. Among the things Rodgers said today was that an NFL doctor told him if he was vaccinated, he couldn't catch or spread COVID. A league source said Rodgers never spoke to a league MD or one of the jointly appointed infectious disease experts, though it was offered. So let me understand this. He was going through the appeal process, and we're supposed to be led to believe he never talked to an NFL doctor of any sort. We're supposed to believe that shit from the NFL, really, as they're in all-out cover-your-ass mode. Rodgers has spoken to the media during the season without wearing a mask, which appears to be a violation of the NFL protocols for unvaccinated players. And one of his things, and he admitted to violating that said policy, but he said, look, I was in a room full of all vaccinated media members. So why do I need to wear a mask again? Question mark. Why do I need to wear a mask again? Again, another valid point and question that Aaron Rodgers he raised. I mean, it was absolutely valid. Quote, I have followed every single protocol to the T, minus that one I mentioned that makes absolutely no sense. Well, odd, Aaron, because it doesn't make sense to a lot of us. It doesn't. So I think that's, now we're going to have a war. It's a war, officially, between the NFL, their doctors. Look, the Packers stand, I can tell you right now, and you guys won't believe this, but the NFL league offices has cameras in a ton, in all the rooms across the league. It's how they caught the Broncos last year, the quarterbacks, not wearing their mask and not social distancing, which is why they got, all four quarterbacks got set down last year. Remember when the Broncos had to roll out a wide receiver at quarterback unfairly? They rescheduled a bunch of games, but they wouldn't do it for the Broncos. It was horse shit, by the way. But they caught them on video. Well, they're saying now they've got to go back and check all of this tape and everything to find out if Aaron Rodgers, in fact, followed all the protocols. And if they didn't, the Packers stand to get nailed with a $500,000 fine or more. And people have literally brought up that the Packers could lose draft picks over this. What? Absolute insanity. Again, I'll say the same thing Rodgers said. Don't care if you get the jab or not. I don't care. That's of no consequence to me personally. None. Zero. Zilch. Nor is it to Aaron Rodgers. Okay? But he's saying there's certain things that don't make sense to me. He said, I'm a critical thinker. And what he's wanting to do is he asked you a question. Your answer didn't make sense, so he asked a follow-up question. Your answer still kind of sounds like horseshit. So let me ask another follow-up question. I'm the same way. I'm going to keep asking it until you give me a answer that doesn't sound bullshittery to me. Plain and simple, okay? And I don't care. I know a lot of people don't like that, but look, people that want to know what's going on, and if it doesn't make sense, we're going to keep going, okay? Plain and simple. And Aaron Rodgers basically said the same thing. Look, there's some things here I don't understand. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Common sense. This whole thing's a bunch of political bullshit. It just is. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. Aaron Rodgers in the right or wrong? Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.